What's up, folks? It's your girl Lisa with a Z on the Lisa with a Z podcast, and we are live at Miami Media School in Doral, of course, my home. I am now an alumni, and I'm very happy to be back here. And today I brought one of my guys, amazing two-time champion in Muay Thai kickboxing, Kevin the Gorilla Morales. What's up, man?
What's up? How we doing today, guys?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a
I
blessing
know.
to be here.
I'm glad you're here. Like I know that I've been watching you. I've been watching your fight game. I know, how much you train. I've been had the honor of training with you too, throughout this last fight camp. And I saw your last fight, and it was pretty intense against Stanley. And the funny thing is that like before, everybody likes to reach out to me and is excited to like try to get on the show, like post fight, like, oh, I'm gonna talk to Lisa with the Z. So Stanley had DM me and was like, I'm gonna give you the belt and you're gonna take a picture with it. And I was like, okay, Stanley. No. I was like, okay, Stanley, no problem. Yeah, like I always wish everybody well on a fight, no matter what, whether I have my favorites or not. But you were my favorite, and so when it was like all 5 rounds, you guys went all 5 rounds to decision. Tell me what you thought about that fight personally, like really now that you went through it and you probably reviewed tape.
I rewatched it with my coach like last week, and honestly, it was one of my better performances. Not really too proud of it, but I'm excited for this next one. I'm excited to rejuvenate myself and get back in there quick turnaround in 3 weeks against Danny Perez. He's an undefeated young kid.
Yeah.
He's coming off a fucking 10-second knockout. So I'm excited for that challenge now. But Daisani, that was a good war.
Yeah. You know what? You learn, man.
Yeah, I was in my head a lot on that one, but I'm looking forward to this next one.
What were you overthinking?
I don't know. It wasn't my day. I had one of those bad days in my head all day. I think it was mostly the weight cut, honestly.
Yeah.
I got to be more disciplined on that.
Yeah.
It was 26 pounds in 10 days, and that really took a toll on me.
No.
But whatever, we live and we learn. I'm glad I got the job done, but I'm not too proud of my performance. So I'm looking forward for this next one.
I mean, champions learn lessons too at the end of the day.
All day. Every fight's a lesson. I never really look at it like a win or a loss. It's always a lesson.
Absolutely. Well, I personally saw the fight, and I will say I could see that there was a little hesitation.
Yeah.
But I think you out cardioed for sure, Stanley. You definitely were like a lot of endurance and just a lot of heart, and you got the belt, and that was the most important thing. But now you got to like really hold on to it, and now you got to be that competitor and dive deep in there. But this next fight that happened to be announced today, I love being in media because like you get the deets behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know about it prior.
And I'm like, oh, there's a fight. Okay, let's talk about it. And then as soon as Danny K saw my post, it was like, good morning, Kevin.
Yeah, right. At 6 a.m, he announced it. I woke up to that.
Yeah, which is perfect timing.
Woke up smiling.
Yeah, I personally love XFN. Clearly, I debuted with them. But now, so Danny Perez, he also followed me too because he knows that.
Yeah, he fought that same night you fought, right?
I think so. I think he did.
In January.
Yeah. So that was an interesting fight night, of course. But, I look forward to seeing you back. And now it's Extreme Muay Thai. It's MMA gloves.
Gloves.
So how do you feel? How confident do you feel in Extreme?
I'm very, very excited. I feel like I've trained MMA these past 3 years. I've been training on and off. And, like, every time I have the chance, I'll put on the little gloves for fun. And I'll do my MMA rounds in between the kickboxing and Muay Thai.
Yeah.
But I've been dying to put these on and go out there.
What do you think? Like, are you expecting, like, real hits? Because now this is not kickboxing. These are not, like, 16, 10-ounce gloves. They're, like, you got pads.
Yeah, I'm expecting a war. I've actually sparred with Danny before, too.
Okay.
Yeah, so we kind of, like, know each other. That's the fun part. He's actually a good friend, too.
It's the fight game, man.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes people.
I'd fight my mama if she had that belt.
Bro, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm going to be on your mom's team, though. Because, like.
My mom would whip my ass.
For real, man.
She would. She still does.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to my mom. I love you.
But, I'm excited for this fight. So this is a title as well, right?
Yeah,
it's
so
a title.
It's going to be the first Extreme Muay Thai rules in Florida.
Yeah, Look at
we
that.
making history. We making history,
Nice.
Danny.
Look at that. You already know. I love it. I love that Danny K gives people opportunities to just really shine and like give themselves a platform, make a name for themselves. And so shout out to XFN, man. You guys really do put on a show for South Florida fighters here and give them the opportunity.
Yeah. Especially that event that they had with the pro card. They had like 30-something fights that night.
That was my card, right? Yeah, X440. It was a long night. It was exciting. It was exciting fights. Obviously I didn't get the outcome I wanted. But again, as you said before, these fights are lessons. You know what? I have been waiting years for that opportunity. It took me years. And it was a lot of no's and no and no. And, people not believing or like, this big girl can't fight, and I'm just like, why? Why can't I fight? I've been training. I do the boxing. I do the nutrition. I do the training. Like, I don't know.
Why not me? Yep.
I put in the commitment. How come? So then finally, Maldonado saw me. I did like a little sparring, like exhibition thing in Tampa for boxing, for charity. And then he had his eye on me and I'm like,
word boxing?
Yeah, I did box. I like boxing.
Hell yeah.
I do.
I've always wanted to jump into that.
I love boxing. It's different. It's
it's a whole different game.
I had a boxing coach over there in Tampa, and at first he hated my stance because I had a Muay Thai stance. And he's like, "You're too square. You're too square." Yep. I'm like, this is how I started. So he had to literally mold me. He had to mold me from that point on, and then but it improved my stand-up game. I will say that 100%. I and a lot of people who used to spar with me before said, "Damn, you came back looking clean now." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, man, I invested my time into it." So finally,
every day 1% better.
And then Lisa's son saw me at XFN when I came just to do interviews. I just, I still didn't think it was gonna happen for me. I'm just training for fun. Lisa's son sees me and DMs Michael Maldonado and was like, "I want to fight her." And I was like, who the hell is asking about me? Yeah. Oh, who is this? Oh, her name's Lisa too? Nah, I'm the real Lisa. Right?
Yeah, both of y'all.
But you know what? It was an incredible fight because it opened up the weight class. We made a significant stance for ourselves as women, as heavyweight women. And, we did something for the state, kind of like what you're doing for this extreme Muay Thai fight. Like, you're going to be legendary.
History. Yeah, you guys made history.
And now we have other fighters that are popping up in the heavyweight division, and other women have DM'd me, and, I've made connections with them on different levels. Some of them don't like me. Whatever.
Yeah, like that
it's okay, because when you're the best, you got to beat the best. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
like, what's up? But, I show respect to everybody in the game. This game is tough, and it has a lot of ups and downs. What is it that you chase at the end of the day with these fights?
Honestly, bro, just challenging myself. I got tired of just doubting myself and just not believing in myself, and fuck it, I'm just gonna challenge myself. And who says I can't? You said, why not me? Why not me? And I'm putting in the work. I'm training 3-4 times a day. Yeah. Why not me? And I keep that same mindset. And I always tell myself, this is the first day training. You got to keep that mindset. The first day training, you got to work. You want it bad. Yeah. You got to want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Yeah. And life will try to tear you down, man. Especially during fight camp. Oof. Because
with the injuries, everything, the diet, the non-believers, the doubters.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody talking down on you. You doubting yourself. You just got to keep rolling with the punches.
It's a lot of demons you battle, not just the fight. To get you there is a lot.
It's the fight before the fight. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
The fight is easy. It's the camp leading up to it.
A lot of pressure. The self-doubt will get you.
The ups and downs, the emotions,
anxiety, and less sleep. They tell you, oh no, you should be sleeping. You should be sleeping.
You can't even sleep.
I'm sleep.
I never sleep when I'm in fight camp. Never.
No, I'm up all night.
I'm always up early training.
Up all night. Doing something. Running, running, just trying to be the best. And but it's also who you surround yourself with too. Because sometimes if you have a negative influence in your life, that's gonna affect you.
Yeah,
if you have toxic relationships, will affect you. And I mean that in like every way. Like it could be friends, it could be family, it could be like boyfriend, girlfriend, it could be like sponsors, teams, teammates sometimes, because people are envious. People are envious. And this game is nasty.
It'd be the closest ones to you, real shit.
You'd be surprised what kind of snakes come out in the dark. You know what I'm saying? And like, I love this game so much, but you gotta believe in yourself.
100.
100. It's you against you. It's you against you. There's no excuses you can make that, like, if you didn't put all the effort into yourself, that's your own fault. If you got the loss and it's out of your hands, it's because you didn't take control of that. And you know, I have a lot of friends that are fighters, and we all have our own like anxieties and problems and like, you know, but I'm very fortunate that I have a lot of people that are like, yo, you got this. Or like, you know, some days like after that fight, like losing sucks.
Yeah, losing does suck.
Losing sucks.
Oh my God, that's just the worst. But it's also a blessing too, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, because I have one loss in my career, and honestly, that's the biggest blessing, to be honest. I look back at that loss like every day when I'm doubting myself, when I'm not training, when I want to skip training, when I want to cheat on my diet, anything. I think of that one loss, and that always motivates me. It always gets me up. That's like my fuel.
It kicks you in the ass. Yeah. And
that shit sucks.
Yeah. It does. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if you put up like that kind of performance, like I put in 100, and it was out of my hands. It went to the judges. But
at least you gave it your all.
I did. And, you know, but it opened the door to other opportunities. Because, like, you know, I always wanted Mitchell Tamale to, like, respect me as a fighter. Like, him, like, you know, at first he thought I was, like, joking. Like, I was like, I want to fight for you one day. Like, he's like,
you definitely in that shit.
He's like, what? You know? Like, again, I had a lot of doubters in the beginning. Like, oh, Lisa with a Z? Nah, she don't got hands.
You had to show him.
And I did. I pulled up. What up?
What up?
What up? Yeah. But, you know, and then, like, literally right after that, Mitch is like, pull up. But, you know,
that was supposed to be for May 28th, right?
We were going to be in the same card.
Oh my
MMA
God, that would have been tight.
MMA debut. You know, and the girl who, she looked for me. It's them looking for me.
Oh, that's the one that DM'd after your last fight?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because she lost her fight, too. To something similar like to Liza Soler, like, you know, the weight difference. It's really difficult in the heavyweight divisions because we're all different.
Coming in any size.
Because it's like a big scale. Like I was 215 and she was 246.
Boof, that's 30 pounds.
You know, and I felt it.
Yeah, you
like,
definitely
you know,
do.
She like really put all her weight on me on the cage, and I'm just like fighting for my life to like push her off, and I'm like, what am I gotta do?
But tough. Yeah, the extra weight.
But I was like, there was nothing that was gonna take me away from locking me in that cage. Like I knew I had a bigger purpose. You know, purpose is a whole big thing in this fight game too. Like, what are you fighting for? And so I knew that I had a lot of women and a lot of people that were looking up to me and like that were DMing me even before, like throughout my fight camp. People were just like, I believe in you. Thank you so much for stepping up. And like, you know, women like me and other women that were like training, same thing like me. Oh my God, I love that you're doing this and this and that. And like everybody was wishing for the opportunity I had that was finally given to me. So I knew I had to represent at the end of the day.
Did.
And I represented my team. I represented anybody who believed in me, sponsors, everybody. All my sponsors believed in me, wrote me, and after they all congratulated me as well. So I didn't take a loss because I won a lot of things.
It's never a loss. It's always a lesson.
What a lesson. Ooh, look at me. So what's next for you? I mean, I know this fight is coming up. What's your mind? What's your mind like right now?
Honestly, after this next one, if I could get a quick one on Rise of the Warrior, July 16th.
Ooh,
yeah, I would want a quick one back. That's a little secret. Yeah, that I'm probably spoiling right now.
Daniel Donaldson, shout out.
Daniel.
Hello.
We'll be up there. I love
we're
Daniel.
Pulling
He's
up.
So cool. But after that, I'm going to focus strictly on jiu-jitsu and wrestling. Okay. And hopefully by the end of this year, December, November, MMA debut.
Oh, exclusively here on the Liza with the Z podcast.
Yeah, MMA debut, hopefully November, December. That's what we're going for, me and my coach.
What weight?
155.
Ooh, that's a nice weight class here in the state of Florida. Like that's the best. Yes, we have some good 155ers. But you know what? You have the length. And so they really got to fight to get into you. They're going to try to grapple you all day.
Yeah.
They're going to try to grapple. Because they obviously know you got hands, champ. But now it's time to test the ground game. I'm excited for this journey for you.
Shit, I'm excited to test my ground game, too, my jiu-jitsu. I really want to work on it first, though.
Yeah.
These next couple months, I'm really going to go hard and better myself every day. And then I'm looking forward to making my MMA debut.
I'm glad.
Very excited for that.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm excited for you, too.
You know
what?
We
might make it at the same time? December?
Maybe December. Yeah. Look at us. Look, we're always like trying to like, okay, same fight. You gonna be there? Me too. Okay, cool. Is there anybody you want to like thank or shout out today?
Definitely shout out to my coaches, Josh. That's my dude.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Fireball,
That's my dude, Fireball. Shout out to Bushido, Manny. Everybody at Bushido that helps me, that beats my ass. Let's see, Lucas, my little girl. I love Lucas. That's my dog.
Yeah.
Shout out to my teammates, Ashley, Pablo, my brothers. I love you, baby girls. My mom, and everybody that supports me, bro. All my sponsors. I really appreciate everybody.
Awesome.
I never thought this would happen, and shit, I'm here, and it's just a blessing.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful story. You know, you fight to live the life you want, and you're literally doing that. You put yourself at risk. You dedicate your time to the sport, to the love of it, of course, because you have to love what you do.
I love this shit. I've lost my mind. I love this shit. Everything.
It's a healthy obsession.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, folks, you already know. This is Liza with a Z with the champ, Kevin Morales, the gorilla himself. You already know he's going to be having a championship fight for Extreme Muay Thai for XFN on June 25th. You already know we're in the building, and I'm going to be waiting for a post-fight interview.
Oh, hell yeah.
Follow him on Instagram. This has been at Miami Media School. We thank them so much for opening up the house. What did you think about the studio today?
Oh, this shit is dope. Boy, y'all got to check it out. What? They got a studio at every corner. What? There's luxury out here.
This is what I like. I like class.
Nah, you look good here. What? She got a whole setup.
This is how you like. If you want to see success,
this is a
podcast. Is what it looks like.
Yeah, hey. Straight up. This is a podcast.
I love it. I'm glad that you're happy. Well, folks, you already know. Subscribe to the Liza with the Z podcast on YouTube and follow us on Instagram, Liza with the Z podcast. It's your girl. We out. Have a good one, folks.
Thank you.